to fear, little children. I will help.
Okie dokie then. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you guys. I'm hanging in there, Linda. Yeah, my intros kind of got a little bit of humor in them. I got a bunch of them, and I'll be making more as time goes on. Hey, Sonia, what's going on? Um, okay, we're gonna get on with this. This is a 12 by 16 inch canvas. It's an acrylic pour I've done literally last year. Okay, and I really didn't know what to do with it. This is kind of a pour that can probably be framed all by itself, but I think I decided to do something a little abstracty this evening. This is actually a test stream, and I took my time and I had to rearrange some things, reset my computers, position them differently, and worked on the lighting for the canvas here. As you see, it's not a big old glow spot in any particular area. Okay, so hopefully I got this straight, and it's very vibrant with colors. I think you guys can see the colors and everything that's going on with it. Okay, yeah, I got the 3 camera deal going on here, because once I do a test, I have to test everything. So, all right, as you can see on the palette on the lower right, only a pen and some black paint and my coffee cup. That's it. All right. So, uh, so I know Sonya was on earlier. She's at the campgrounds, I believe. It's not like I didn't want to see, but when I come back from Detroit, the main computer got a virus, and then the second computer got a virus while I was gone, and that means you have to wipe out all 3 computers. So I had to wipe all 3 computers out. Um, I lost some stuff, but I was able to reclaim most of it. Right now, all 3 computers are at workable stages and everything. So that was a nightmare for the couple of days that I have been back. Fixing everything and putting the programs back on, and it's just a nightmare that I wouldn't wish on anybody. But it happened, and I'm fortunate that I know what to do when stuff like that happens. So, you know, so this was the last of it. So I have to test out all the equipment. So, but all right, we're gonna get right along with this. Okay, my buddy Mike Trapp, I think he might be painting this evening. I don't know. But he's usually on at 10 o'clock, and it's 9:30 right now. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Little object here. One of the little circle gauge deals. Okay. It does twist, and you can, different circles and whatnot. Obviously a Sharpie pen. All right. And we're going to make a bunch of circles / bubbles with this thing. And then I'm going to use the black paint in between them. And so we're going to get some psychedelic looking bubble things going on here. So that's what we're going to do, at least for right now. All right. And I'll be painting around these, painting around the bubbles or these circles. They will be bubbles a little bit later. A couple of them will be this size. I'll stop here for one of them, because I'll make a bubble in front of a bubble. So maybe I'll stop it right about here, maybe, more or less. Okay. I'll take the little gauge thing here. If I can do it right, I'll put it right about here. And I'll just do a quick one right in the inside here. Okay. And I'll just kind of join it together here, freehand, real quick. It will be okay. You guys should be able to see that. All right. And then I'll just do them of various sizes. Okay. Have a little fun with this thing. Why not? Put one right here. You don't necessarily need to have anything as extravagant as this to make bubbles or circles. You know, any lid, tape roll, something like that, you can do it with one of those. It's all right. Okay. Yes, very technical term, psychedelic bubble thingy. You know, don't want to sway anybody. Let's put one maybe behind the other one. Very simple to do. They're not the most difficult things to accomplish. You know, one of the main things is to have fun doing it. You know, just have a ball with them. Let's do one right about here. It will all make sense in a second or two once I put the other, when I put the black paint on his. I gotta work on, I have to work on another painting project. It's gonna be sometime next month. And I may do it here, live, to see what I'm gonna present to them. Quite a few of these people will be brand new painters, so I'll work on what to do for them. We'll see. Let's put a little something up here like that. Like I say, we'll play with various sizes of these guys. Another cool thing is to make sure you have enough black space in here to give that 3D look. Also, and if it slides or whatnot. Now this is going to be covered in black, so I'm not really too concerned about it sliding around because I can correct all of that. So it's okay. All right. Maybe one more piece of a circle. Maybe around in here. All right. I think I've maybe done enough as I'm looking at it here. Let's put a little baby one right here. Something like that. All right, what we're gonna do is take our black paint and we're gonna fill in the areas. Okay, and then we'll go for it from there. Let's put the circle back. All right. Oh, nice, Linda. That's the comment needed to get Sonia stirred up and just bring this stream into a whole different thing. So whatever happens after that comment, I can't assist you. You open the door on that one. Oh, too late. I already read the comments. It already started. It already started. Okay, so I'll fill in the negative areas with black and we'll go from there. All right. So I take it everyone can hear me fine, which is cool. All right. Now, some people may look at this and think it's a waste that I would cover most of this acrylic pour with black, but it's all a part of art, you know. I will get as close as I can to the bubbles and stuff. I don't want them all misshapen, so I'll be as careful as I can. If I can't get too close to them, that's what the black marker is for. And once you spray it and glaze it, you can never tell what's a marker and what's the paint. So we'll bring it as close as I can to the circle itself, and whatever's not totally covered, I can get rid of that with the black marker. And you know me, I'm gonna plop a flower in there somewhere, but we're gonna put little shines on these just to give them the look of bubbles. Okay, so as I fill this in with more dark paint, it should start to shape up, and eventually I'll get back to more traditional painting. Oh yeah, yeah. Veronica she's incredible. She's amazing. Her tutorials and pouring instructions, they're just simply outstanding. One of these days I'll be brave enough to do a few. Yeah, she's for those of you who don't know who she is an acrylic pour artist and fabulous, fabulous works that she does. And yes, Sonia, I'm using one of your, no, I'm not. It's not blue enough. It's halfway though. It's a turquoise brush. It's not blue. Sorry. And how are you feeling, Sonia? I know you're able to drive. So the denizens of New Jersey, watch out. I'll say no more. Yeah, Linda, she's great. I guess recently some people have been throwing, well, they're trolls. I guess they're throwing a little hate in her direction, which is to be expected when you're of that caliber of me paintings. But yeah, she's spectacular. Once again, I'll get as close to these circles as I can without misshaping them too badly. And if I do misshape them, I can always correct them. So I'm not really worried about them being a little wonky because I can always correct it. And by the time I get to them, the black paint will be dry. I can go over them and it looks like nothing happened to them at all. One of the wonders of art. You can always adjust. What was I saying before I read those comments? Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me well, and you can still see everything pretty well. I try my best not to be so obstructive and my big head being in the way, but I usually kind of slide my chair. Once again, just as slow or as careful as I can. Go around the circles. Just being mindful of where they are. And I'm using just pure thick black paint. Just to totally cover the pores. Get as close to the edge as I possibly can. Like I say, the rest can be either done with a marker or a smaller brush. Depends on how I'm feeling. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking of what to paint for the painting class coming up next. Fair that they have up north, and they shut down the main street, and so there's like hundreds of vendors. And she invited me to come along. Hopefully, it's not the same weekend that I have to paint, but don't know yet. But I'll get in contact with her at the time of this video. And that's next month also, I believe. I'll look at your comments in a few minutes. Once again, I'm working on some of the previous circles just to get the paint, get as close as possible. Good, Sonia. I was really busy in Detroit, so I didn't get a chance to meet Fatima. And I had a meeting to go to, and so I couldn't stay any longer. So I was pretty busy. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go up top here. Now, I have one painting that I supposed to resin, and I never did. That was just pure laziness, and I was getting ready to go. So, but I should have done it. It would have been dry. I could have done it today, but I was lazy. I gotta break myself out of that. Complacency is never good. We're getting close. We're getting close here. Nerve pain is a whole different animal. Boy, talk about feeling helpless. Nerve pain, that's something you can't rub away. You can't stretch away. Ugh. Yeah, you have to bear it until it decides to go away. If ever. But yeah, if that's that different type of pain. Talk about being a slave to pain. You can do nothing until it decides to go away. I occasionally get these weird back spasm things that I have to stay still and just let nature take its course. It doesn't happen as often anymore, but it can be quite debilitating. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, somebody was at the door, and that was her response. She'll give a warning, bark, and then she'll get up and go towards the door just to let them know, hey, I'm in here. Nobody cares she's there. Here we go. We're almost there. Look like a series of planets, don't it? Okay. Just when you know you're near the end, don't rush it. A lot of mistakes happen that way. Take your time. Take your time. Once I feel that I got them as close as possible, then I'll go over it with a black marker. Okay. All right. Let that dry a little bit. Yeah, they look like a little series of planets. Oof. For those who don't know what that feels like, if you guys ever had a tooth abscess, especially one that comes and goes, that the throbbing pain hurts so much that you can eat a slice of bread, and if you put pressure on that tooth, it sears through your whole head. So imagine that type of pain on the lower part of your back, and you cannot get rid of that until it decides to go away. That's the type of pain that is. You're scared to twist, you're scared to move, you're scared to stand up. It hurts that bad, because once again, this is a different type of feeling of pain. It's not fun. Yeah, the human body is amazing. And unfortunately, the human body, in its defenses, can make you even more sick, even though it's trying to repair itself. I had a very good friend. He's always been a large guy, but he was tipping the scales at over 500 pounds. But he was very athletic. Even at that weight, he could still run, move, and outmaneuver you, even at 500 pounds. But his cartilage was wearing away because he just couldn't give up the sports. He was very competitive. But at that weight and doing what he does, it just wore away the cartilage. So it was just bone rubbing on bone. And he lived with that for quite a while until it became, as he got older, unbearable. So he had to drop the weight, and he did. But he had to go into some knee surgeries and everything. And what a bear that was for him. Yeah, that was just very a trying time. So yeah. Now, alcohol-based marker will give you a different look, but you will never tell by the time you if you either resin or you spray varnish your work, you'll never know the marker from the paint, because all of it will either, it depends on the type of spray you use or the type of varnish you use. If you like gloss like me, or if you like the flat or semi, it won't matter because it will coat everything and everything will be the same. Okay, so, and right now I am just filling in just those little teeny tiny areas that are peeking through. Now with the alcohol based marker like I have, it will rub away your acrylic paint, so be careful. If you find it doing that, leave it alone and go back to it later. Because if you keep trying to rub over it and rub over, it's the alcohol that removes the acrylic. So if you keep, whoops, I tagged myself. If you keep moving it, or you keep rubbing over the same spot, you're just gonna rub the paint away, the acrylic. So just leave it be, let it dry, move on to something else, and then go back to it. Once again, acrylic paint dries ridiculously fast, as you well know. So, okay. Slight bit of pressure on your marker, because obviously with an alcohol marker, as you have to take cap off. If you're not using it, it will dry. It's just the nature of the beast with a Sharpie. But if you keep moving around and twist the marker around as you're working with it, it will still flow fairly decently. All right. And comb around the edge just to darken up a few spots here. And remember, a few little taps of color and just move on. A few taps of color and move on. And turn your marker around a few times, because some spots will dry, but as long as you get the marker in motion, you'll be all right. All right. Okay. Now, we have some of these, as you can see, covering the other one. So we're going to put a slight shadow on those. Okay. Just to give it that depth. All right. Okay. I had wisdom tooth issues too. They almost taken out most of them. All of them grew in. But you know, as you get older and your gums and everything try to adjust, you know what a mess that could be. Pushes other teeth, you know, out the way and all of that. So yeah, I know all about that. Okay, so let's get a slight shadow going on in a few of these. Okay. I don't have to really be directionary too much with these. So I can pretty much use the same brush. Okay, and we're gonna half load the brush. What did I do with the brush? I know I placed it somewhere. This is it right here. All right, here we go. I'll get a little bit of water. Take one corner of my brush with black. All right, and I'll just go back and forth like this. And I might get a little touch of water. Get a nice little transition between both. Okay, that seems like it might work. We'll do it right here. Black on the inside, and we're gonna come and we're gonna create a shadow real quick. Let's see, which way do I want to go with the shadow? We'll go right here. No, we'll do it black on the inside. Black is gonna touch the inside of this here. All right, we're gonna come right here. And what you're going to do is pay attention to where the dark is according to the line. All right. So we're going to start flat. Come around, come around, come around. Press, 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 press. There you go. See how simple that is? All right. Let's get some more. We're going to do the same thing again. You can get this as dark or as thin as you want. Okay. All right. Let's start it from right around in here. You gotta come, press, 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 press. And then, well, let's get this dark right there in the corner. Let's do that again. Just like that. Don't be afraid of doing it again and again. You'll get it right. Okay. You'll be okay. Trust me. Okay, we got one more. A little piece of something over there. We'll keep it thin toward the bottom, and we'll expand toward the top. There. Just like that. Okay. All right. We're going to use a thicker brush, a wider brush. And we're going to do some slight shading on some of these. Just once again, give it a little 3D thing going on. All right. We're going to, this is a 1-inch wide brush. We're going to put a little bit of paint on this 1-inch wide brush. Get it a little wide like that. All right. Oh, let's do it around here. Come toward the edge. Nice little circle there. And we'll go right around on the edge again. So it's thin, wide, and thin again. Okay. I can wipe a lot of that away. Just like that. But you see the look. It's a very simple technique, but it gives you a very grand appearance. Let's do it again right here. Thin, thin, thin. You go wide. As you curve around, it gets thin all by itself. All by itself, it does it. All right. I'm getting a little more black. I'm touch the whole brush in water, back and forth, back and forth. Let's do that again. I don't want it totally super dark. You can do it as many times as you want. And because the background is black, that helps you out. Okay. I can use my finger. I can get rid of the rest, sharpen that up. But the transition is so light. It just gives you that impression, once again, of mini planets, with little microplanets. So the brush is doing the work for you. Then it gets wide as you turn it around. Okay. There. I don't want a sharp shadow between the transitions. All right. Use the same size brush, but if the little circle is smaller, it makes it a little more dynamic, like so. And while it's wet, you can kind of mold it to how much of a curve you want in it. Okay. So simple, but the effect is amazing. Let's get a little something here. Just like that. Okay. This one will be cool because it looks like it's being overshadowed by the other planet. Just like that. So it gives you a sense of distance. This one here, you can just take it and just color it right in. Just brings it in the back. Okay. Let's make that a little darker there. There. See? Okay. We'll do a half. Now this one, if you would like, I'll show it to you this way. Let's clean this up. I don't need with the smaller planets or smaller circles, I don't need a brush that wide. But let's take this fella, go right in here like that, and you take it, you follow the line right around in here. Follow the line of the other planet, it gives you an instant shadow. Right in here. I can just rub some of that out in a circular motion. There, now you got a little shadow there. See how simple that is? Okay. Just like that. I can take the same brush, this water down this black. Give a little shadow in there, because you have another planet overshadowing it a little bit. Like that. Okay. All right. Then we go back to our half load the brush real quick. Okay, let's just take this one. Let's take this one. And we'll darken this one here. I'll just take it like that, right? And just take some water, loosen it up, and we'll just shadow him. See, you can move the pen around. All right. There. So he's in shadow. He's in the back, chilling out. Let's let that dry, and we're gonna still we do the half thing. He's in shadow, but he's still gonna be darkened a little bit. Okay, but we're gonna have to give it a little chance to dry. Hello, cat. How are you? Hope your husband gets well. So as you can see, very odd. Once again, I meant for bubbles, and they look like little planets. All right, so I guess we'll go with that a little bit anyway. Okay, we're gonna half load the brush again. Half load the brush. Make it a little bit darker on the corner. And we'll come around and we'll do the same thing here. Just like that. I'm gonna wipe off the brush, and I'll just lightly brush off the excess. Just like that. Just like so. All right. Okay. I don't think my buddy's on tonight. Nope. Okay. Thought he would be painting tonight. All right. So I guess I can probably just knock this right out. Okay. Now I meant to put flowers in here, but I don't think so. I have changed my mind. Looks like I'm gonna be going another route with this. Okay. So I think what I'll do is I'll just add stars. It looks like freaking planets anyway, so why not? Yeah, I'm changing midstream here. Okay, let's take a little touch of titanium white. It's funny how just a little touch of titanium white will do. A whole painting can change, because if I'd have made these circles really close in with each other, almost like a little pattern, then I would have gotten away with putting some kind of flower there. But flower will be just too much for this, because in my mind, and probably everybody else's mind, you're already looking at a bunch of planets. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take advantage of that. I'll take a raggedy brush. You guys should be able to see that right there. Oh, raggedy guy. All right. This fella right here. Just get it to focus there. Okay. Plenty of water, just a slight touch of the white. All right. Now, here's a little trick here. With this, okay, the closer you are, the more control you have, or the farther it is, it's going to get all over the place. So, pick a spot and give a, see, like a slight touch here and there. All right. If you happen to get some on your planet, quickly wipe it away if you can. You will have a little time to do that. All right. Get a little more. Like I say, stay pretty close to it. If you, once again, happen to get some on the planet, you got a very small window to wipe it away. Small window. Do it quickly. All right. I'm gonna get a little touch of water. Some of the stars will appear larger than others. Okay. And just remember to wipe some of this stuff away. I'll put a large batch of stars in the corner somewhere. Okay. Get some more paint. A little touch of water. You make this look a lot more complicated than it actually is, really. Get some more paint. And we'll come up around in here. Get it from off the dark part of your planet there. There we go. Wipe some of that off. Come up top here. Do the same thing. The edge. Wipe a few bits of that stuff away. A stiffer brush will give you more of an effect. Just make sure you don't cover up the dark part of your planet. Okay. Pop a few more in here somewhere. Make sure I wipe away. It's kind of a risky little game. The more it's a play on how much water to paint ratio you have also. Okay, so be careful. I'm gonna throw some more batches of paint in areas so star clusters a little heavier in some spots than others. Okay, I think I've pretty much done that. I think we're good here. I'm gonna take my flat brush one more time. Doesn't really matter which flat brush I take. I'm gonna go into my black. Okay, I'll water it down just a little bit. And I'll slowly go over some of the dark area again. Just to emphasize, once again, on the little shadow areas. Okay. I don't need too much of it, just in certain areas. Keep the illusion of the planets there. All right, that's about enough of that. I think what I'll do, if I have time permitting tomorrow, I may do it, like I say, a more traditional painting. I have to do a painting that for a class next month, and maybe I'll work on something like that. It has to be fairly simple because some people have never painted ever, so I'll keep it simple yet pretty detailed. I'm going to use just a certain number of brushes, and it will be in acrylics, and work it out with that. Let's take. I could take a. Yeah, it's quicker for me to do it that way. I'll just take my little script liner brush and I'll just throw my signature on it. Relatively easy painting. It wasn't too hard to do. It doesn't have to be, take a super long time or anything to do it. We'll see what the when I post this, and just see what people think of this thing. It's something I'm not really known for doing. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes people like them. Sometimes people like, you can do better. But I dabble in a little bit of everything, so. But once again, I'll do something a little more traditional. There we go. And once again, this is more or less a test to make sure everything works right and the lighting is cool. All right. And as I'm looking at it on my screen, and I'm looking at it here on thank you. That's right. Freaking planet. Um, as I'm looking at it here on YouTube on my tablet and on my screen and up here, it seems to be it looks all right. Okay. So okay, guys, I think that is it. Thank you, Kat. All right. I think what I'll do is I'll mix up the resin, and I think you guys remember the painting of the mountain with the two or three trees. Well, how many trees I got there? Two, with the two trees on the left hand side. I got a resin that takes a few minutes. I might as well do it, right? Okay, like I say, everything seems to be okay. Let me change the camera angle. I'll get rid of this. I'll make this disappear right now. All right. Now you're gonna see this painting get much wider here. All right. Here you go. All right, that's the actual size. All right. And like I say, I think everything appears to be okay as I'm looking at it here. Well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. Like I say, it is rather unusual. I went a totally different way with this. But you know, it's neat, pretty cool. It's different, very different. One of the many ways you can work a pour, I guess, an acrylic pour. So, all right. So while I'm sitting here and I still got time, I might get the other canvas. Oh, you guys can't see me. I'll get the other canvas prepped and see what I want to do with the group, because I think I'm going to have children painting too. So I'm going to rattle my little brain cells and see what I can come up with for them. I believe it'll probably be more toward the Bob Ross-ish mountain and trees type of thing, with pretty little colors. And we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So, like I say, I'll think about it. I appreciate you guys hanging around with me this evening. I know I'm not on as often. We'll try to change that. We'll see what happens. What else? Oh, Sonia. I don't know what you got artistically coming down the pipe. So it'd be interesting to see. All right, you guys know the deal. I'll be taking a photo of this. I'll post it on the various painting sites and on my Facebook, my Facebook wall there, and all that good stuff. I gotta make a thumbnail of this, all that fun stuff. Okay. Okay, You did paint last night? Okay. No, I was too busy repairing computers. So, and I missed all sorts of meetings and everything yesterday. So, yeah. But I'm glad I did it this way because now you guys see how easy it is for you to make planets look full, look like, look rounded with volume with just a slight bit of shading. Just half load your brush. Okay. How to make shadows of planets in front of other planets or planets in back of other planets. Really, really simple. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually was. Relatively quite simple. So, yeah. All right, guys. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. Don't shoot BBs at the geese, Sonia. Behave yourself. Linda, it's good to see you. Kat, it's been a while. Thanks for coming by. I do appreciate it. And everybody who will be looking at this a little bit later, thank you for watching. I shall see you when I see you. And until next time, everybody. Peace.